Okay everyone, welcome back. I just thought you might like to take a look at this old tripod I picked up yesterday. I've got to say I've been looking out for a new tripod to replace the one I've already got. Here's a bit of footage of the my old one. As you can see, it's nothing special. I got it quite cheaply about, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago or more. Didn't cost me a great deal of money. Anyway, basically yesterday morning I was wandering past the RSPCA charity shop in town, and they had this in the window. It's a Cullmann. It's the model 2521. The reason why it stood out to me was because I already own a little Cullmann tripod, this little fellow here, and I have had this since the early 80s, I guess, this little thing here, and well, they're still going. It's good quality, it's well made, and this thing's no different. What we'll have to do is, guys, we'll have to take it off the review bench and we'll have a look at it on the floor so we can get a much better view. Okay guys, so here it is. Made in West Germany. I'll show you this in a minute. I mean, it's quite old, but it's in really good nick. In fact, looking at it, it barely looks like it's been used at all, to be honest with you. There's no scratches, the little rubber feet are not worn out, there's no damage anywhere that I can see on it. We'll have a closer look in a minute, but yeah, what do you think? Not bad at all, is it really? It's got a nice fluid head on it. That's a nice swivel. We can loosen it off with that, and it's, again, we've got a nice tilt to that. Locks off there. This is the adjustment for the pan, so you can tighten it up a bit. But I think the trouble is it tends to turn the main post with it at the moment. There we are. So you can adjust the head that way. Right, let's have several close-ups, shall we? So here's a clue to its age. West Germany. So the Berlin Wall came down on November 9th, 1989. Before that, obviously, you know, before that, at the end of the Second World War, Germany was split in two. We had an East Germany and a West Germany, which we don't have anymore, obviously. So you can see it's got to be a minimum of 28 years old. My other little Cullmann tripod thing here, which you can't really see, but there it is. As I say, I bought that back in the early 80s. So this could be, well, I really don't know how old, anywhere possibly from the early to late 80s. So it's getting on a bit, I think. I think there may be a blanking plug missing out of this hole here. I'm not going to worry about that too much. It's got a beautifully smooth pan to it. I like that. And you can remove the let's have a look. There we go. You can remove the plate here, which you mount the camera on, just by pushing this button here. There's not even too many scratches under here either, so it's not been. I don't think it's been used a great deal at all, to be honest with you. There's hardly any marks on it. Nice bit of rubber on there. This is actually metal. The one that this camera's mounted on is plastic. So you can see there are signs of fluff here, where the fluff has been collected over the years, trapped underneath. I think it's the same on the other side too. Yeah, there we go. Hope you can see that. This is the pan adjustment. Gives you a little bit more, you know, friction. So it's nice and easy to turn there. You tighten it up. Stops it going around so easily. We have the tilt release and lock here. Let's turn it around. Goes up and down, but it's not loose and floppy. The tripod this camera's mounted on at the moment is really floppy. If you release the, it just falls over basically with the camera on it, which is not good. But it gives some very nice fluid tilt. There's no slack on this at all. It's really nice. Moving down here, we can see Cullmann Model 2521, and of course made in Germany, not made in China. As you can see, there's very little wear and tear on this thing. It's almost as if it's been in storage for the last, I don't know how long. This little knob here controls the, you know, so you turn the camera on its side. It locks it off at any position you like. It's pretty good, that. It's a fairly hefty bit of kit. You can hear that on each. Also, if we take the knob off, you'll see that we have a little roller bearing and a washer. So it's quite well designed, quite well made. Can we get it back on? Maybe. There we go. To remove the camera mounting plate here, which is metal, folded metal, sheet metal, very nice too, chrome plated, nice bit of rubber on the top. You simply push this bar across here, and you can see the pin drops down, and then we push it off at the back. Very nicely made. Snaps on with some authority too. There we go, that's not going anywhere. There are some very useful marks on the head here, so you can tell exactly where it is aligned. I suppose it will give you some, you know, reference marks so you can come back to the what angle you had it at previously, which is quite useful really. And for the pan as well, look. Another interesting feature of this tripod is you can use it like a standard tripod as seen here, or by loosening this knob here, we can actually lift the whole head right away. We can then reinsert it upside down and lock it off at the top here. So that way we can use our camera upside down. You know, it's ideal for close-up work. If you do a lot of macro work on something you want to look down on, it's quite good. Now then, fully extended, as you see it here, you're looking at 57.5 inches or 1,460 millimeters tall. Looking at the head here, you'll see it's got this slot running through it, and there are a couple of screws, one there and one there. They're obviously used to clamp something in here, probably something proprietary by the manufacturer. I have exactly the same thing on this little one here. Hopefully you can see that. My little's got exactly the same slot in it. What that's for, I really don't know. Perhaps I should know, but I don't know. If any of you guys out there know, please let me know in the comments below. It's obviously for mounting something on the, you know, on here for something to do with the camera movements or something, I guess. But as to exactly what it is, I don't really know. And so we can do this with the head as well. And it's very nice. It's not going to flop over like this tripod does here, which is a Hamar. This one's a Hamar tripod, a Star 61 I think it is, my original one. It's mounted on this camera. It's alright I suppose, it's not very good. This one is certainly a lot better. There's no damage to anything on here. There's hardly any wear and tear at all really. So here is the main head assembly. Can't really see any damage there. Nothing much really. The only thing was the sticker, this fell off yesterday and I had to stick it back on again. Good job it didn't get lost on the way between here, where I purchased it, and home. But there's no damage that I can see. Let's check out the pole. Can't see any scratches or damage much here at all, certainly no scratches. A bit further up the pole. Well, there's nothing really. Very good nick. Here is the fluff I was trying to show you earlier on. There may also be a bit of trim missing off this knob here. I've got an idea there could be a second washer that should be on here. So look, because you can see the bearing and the washer in the background. You can see where the I think you can see where bits of the knob has been rubbing around on it. I think there's supposed to be a second washer on top of that, so that might have been lost over the years. I really can't see any wear and tear anywhere on this thing, really. The legs are all nice and clean. I mean, it's like this all over, really. Look at it. Very nice. No damage here either. And we even have little inserts in the legs, look. And I can't see any wear and tear on this post here, look, either. And look how clean the feet are, look. And these are quite interesting because they you can wind them up the post and you've got a nice little spike to stick in the ground. I mean, look how clean it all is. Oh, there we go. No wear and tear on these feet at all. I mean, there are some gentle signs of corrosion, like these pins here, but it's not a lot. It's not a huge amount of corrosion going on. And there are one or two scratches on this knob here, but other than that, really, it's not bad at all. So there we go, guys. My new tripod from the RSPCA charity shop. And what did it cost me? £17.50p. I thought that's quite alright for what it is. It's a good companion for my equally old little tripod thing here. Again, this is a Cullmann. I forget what the model number of this is, but both Cullmanns, same manufacturer. This thing here I bought in the early 80s sometime, I think it was. Don't know what it was, 80, 81, 82, something like that, maybe 80, probably even, maybe even earlier than that, possibly. So this thing here, the plastics look very similar to me. It's very nicely made, possibly somewhere between 1980 and obviously 89, before the wall came down, because there isn't any West and East Germany anymore. It's just Germany now, isn't it? So I'm quite pleased with this actually. It's like a brand new tripod. It's hardly been used, if at all, really. You know, I'm wondering if somebody bought it all those years ago, took it out of the box and thought, well, this is nice, and put it away somewhere and either forgot about it, or because it does weigh a fair amount. It weighs about 4 pounds and something, I think. I did weigh it. But they thought it was, because I had to carry this home from town, where they thought it was too much to cart around and they never used it again. I really don't know, but it's quite good because it's mine now. And basically, just as soon as I finish this review, this little fellow here is going to be mounted on it, and all future reviews will be done using this tripod. So you probably won't be able to see it anymore, guys, but I just thought you might be interested in it. I did try and research it yesterday afternoon when I got it home, but apart from half a dozen German and Spanish eBay listings that had been sold already, I can find absolutely no information about this tripod whatsoever. So it's obviously pre-internet. As I say, I think it's probably somewhere between 1980 and 1989 myself. So it's very nice, and as I say, my camera is going on it fairly shortly, just as soon as I finish this review, guys. So I hope you like this look of this little tripod here. Really solid, sturdy, heavy. I like it. I'm quite pleased with it actually. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to subscribe. You can click like. Please click like or share it with your friends. You can also follow me on Instagram too. That is where I put up all the new pictures as and when I get them in. You can support me via my Patreon page too. And I also have, I know this has got nothing to do with GearBest whatsoever, but I have a special GearBest link in the description below if you want to purchase anything from GearBest via that link. That will help my channel too. But certainly, I'm very pleased with this little fellow. I hope you enjoyed the review, and I hope you'll come back again fairly shortly as well, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later. Laters!
Ruff.